Hello, welcome back to the Shmuseum. Today is new car day. We're going to be taking delivery of something that will be dropped off here a little bit later on. That's going to be the new team car, something I'm going to be using a little bit as well. Something I alluded to a little bit when I did a bit of an update about some cars leaving and about the SF90 before it was delivered. Brad, you looking forward to it?
I am. It's going to be good fun.
Bit of a surprise right now. We're holding that one for a moment. Before that, quick thanks to Tom, who has cleaned up the cars following the Goodwood Supercar Sunday run in the rain, which meant that all of the three behind me were absolutely filthy, have been cleaned and tidied, and are looking much, much better for it now. We will do some shuffling around because they've kind of just been dumped in situ for the moment. Also, the SF90. Now, interesting thing with the SF90 being a hybrid is that, of course, you can plug it in, and it comes with the 3-pin charger that we currently have plugged in back there. But while the car is locked, we get a nice little graphic on the screen that shows 80% charged, 49 minutes remaining. It takes about, I think, 3 hours or so on the plug. It needs to be locked, so if you open it, that goes because it kind of unplugs and stuff. But it's a good way to do it. I can drive here electrically, charge it up while we're here, take it home, nice and easy. And then there's a spot over there for full EV. Full EV? Today, topical, maybe. We'll see. Is
that a hint,
That's a hint for this stage. We'll get to it shortly. I mentioned a couple of kind of runaround cars and new things being joined in the garage. Another thing we're going to work on though, which is, I think fair to say a little bit overdue on our behalf, is tidying up this area, because when the Senna is back, the GT Black Series is back in 10 days or so, and the SLS is back, hopefully in a couple of weeks. Updates come with that before everyone asks. We want this to be tidied. We'll still have the things like the banners, the Sega Rally, the traffic light, that kind of stuff will be here. But at the end of the day, this isn't going to live here. Down the line, the intention is that the more permanent storage setup area will be there, and the offices will obviously move to the mezzanine. But that's far enough down the line that for the time in the interim, it makes absolutely no sense to keep all of the boxes for the wheels and the other stuff here. So what we're going to do is try our best to take as much of this stuff as we can, the center parts, the wheels, covers, things in boxes, and basically put it all up there, up on the top deck, because for the time being that's not operational. So we'll just use it as a storage area, and there are obviously all sorts of things around what you can and can't do until it's all fully built and all of that, but the weight loading of that can actually hold cars. It can hold plenty of weight, so no issues putting all of that up. So I guess we're going to have a couple of runs back and forwards. I say a couple of runs, a whole lot of runs, to get as much of that as we can up there before the car arrives. And then when the car does arrive, we're actually going to take it on an errand straight away because there's something we need to go and buy a little bit later on. So, day at the Shmuseum, let's go.
What's that? What's that? So, this is not fun. We're currently using wheel boxes as shields.
Well, you two started kicking the ball at each other first.
Get these upstairs. Right. 4 GT wheels.
Yeah, all I know is you two started this all, and I thought I'd join in as well.
Thanks for helping carry the camera.
You're more than welcome. It's quite heavy. All the way up. Oh yeah, Tim, you have some. I think you have some stuff you need to mention.
Did I mention there are more of these?
No.
A few more.
The collection's growing.
We'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Have a full run through. Let's get more boxes. This is going to take a while.
Off we go. Back down.
Thanks, we've had a complete change of plans. We need a recap because this is all going everywhere. But basically, we worked out that we were taking these boxes up top, which made no sense. So while we're waiting for this new car here, without revealing too much, the end plan for what we've got here, when this is all built properly, is to have car stuff, all the wheels, all the car parts, all of that's going to be behind a wall here, basically, out the way. So it doesn't make any sense to take all of this up top just to bring it down again when this room is filled with stuff that's going to end up in the storage up there. So what we've basically done is brought that stuff back down. I say we, meaning Brad and Tom, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then taken all the boxes up there for stuff that's going to eventually be hidden away in the storage room up there. So all of this is going to come into here and be much tidier down the line, which still looks a total mess right now, but it was all completely stacked up here. So by the time we've taken out stuff that doesn't need to be here, computer boxes, things like that, we're going to have a lot more room for all of the car stuff down here, which at the end of the day is going to make much more sense. So a lot more runs to get it all up while we're waiting for the car, which is due in half an hour or so. So let's see how much we can do. while we're going through all of this stuff, when it comes to tyres, you can never underestimate how important tyres are. And they have on them a date stamp, he says. Where is the date stamp? On this tyre here. 2215. That means this tyre was made in week 22, 2015, which means it's basically 7 years old. Now, you don't want to put a 7-year-old P0 on a McLaren, so we're going to ditch the set of spare tyres because, to be honest, well, even 5 or 6 years is kind of getting to end of life for these kind of things.
2016 for this one, so again, equally
6
dead
years.
for the performance of the car.
So these are from the 675 LT. I think they're probably the tyres it was delivered on. I think those might be the ones it was delivered to me on.
I would think, yeah, I imagine it would come on a road-based tyre. And
That makes sense. And I put the Trofeos on it afterwards. So it's been through a few sets since because I've had some track days. So those are much newer. But if I change them again, well, we might try some Cup 2s on it or something like that. So these are absolutely pointless. I can tell you, driving the 675 on regular P0s, it's got more performance than these tyres can possibly offer you. Yeah. They just run out.
Yeah, yeah.
So we will keep the Richbrook tyre bags. We will bin off these 4 tyres, and that makes us a tiny bit more space.
Tim,
Yeah.
what's in these boxes?
Can't possibly say yet.
There's a few of them. They're all identical. Are we moving those boxes?
We will be.
So as Tim said, we're just deciding to throw away some old tyres that we're never going to use anymore because they're not safe to do so. And well, the way we've lined them up kind of looks like one of those military assault course style things. So
Go, soldier, go! Nice, that's okay.
now we need some ropes and some ladders and some other bits to
I have to film him just in case
maybe
he falls over.
maybe we get him swinging off the mezzanine now, like monkey bar style exercises. Like
We need to see if there's something clever we can do with old tyres.
Yeah. Oh, and we're also throwing have we said we're throwing away another set?
No, so these were the old Winters from my blue Focus RS, so they're also about 6 years old.
you know, you said you
There
could
we
see if
go.
there's something clever we could do with them. We could always do skids and just burn them off and create nice clouds for the environment.
Not entirely sure that's how it works.
If you guys want to see skids with these,
It'd be fun, I'm not sure it's how it works though.
I'm not sure we'd want to go skidding around on 6-7-year-old tyres as well, because again, if they do start to degrade,
And they go bang, then
not the wisest
that would
thing.
be goodbye LT and whatever else.
So we'll skip that one. But anyway, back to more box moving.
After lots of moving around, there's a truck outside which is currently unloading the new car. Now, we've not given any clues at all at this point.
No, this is where we give some clues. I think first one is it's small.
It's small.
It's smaller than the RS3.
It's the smallest car in here other than the Clio, I think.
Yeah, wonder what's bigger, that or the
Heritage?
Clio or the
Anyway,
Mystery.
it's electric. I think we've alluded to that.
Yeah, I
can't
think
even remember
we
at this
might have
stage.
mentioned, but
But
it's going to
it's-
be perfect for the C-Tech Charge Storm.
It's going to be over here charging up. I'm not entirely sure how much charge it will arrive with. We'll discover that as well. And it's something that people might not see coming, but it's a totally different type of electric car to the Taycan that obviously I had before. It's a long-term car that we're running thanks to the OEM, the manufacturer, the press department. And it's a car that I think probably suits the electric character a little bit more and how we're perhaps going to use it. So shall I go outside and sort all of that and then drive it in?
Yeah, I think you head out. I'll put the bollards down and get the shutter up and wait basically, and then maybe I should run up on the mezzanine and just film it from the top. And
Well, give us a couple of moments and we'll be back with the new car.
it's time then. I can't hear anything, obviously, because it's electric, but here is the new team car.
The Mini Cooper S Electric Shadow Edition. Let me come and park it in the middle.
Yeah, I better chase after you. It's so quiet, I love it. So, Mini Cooper Electric, basically black on black on black with a few little like lime green accents.
Park brake is on, absolute silence. The Shadow Edition is a special high-level trim that you get on the car. Basically, as you said, it is black on black on black. You get these lovely trim elements all around the Shadow Edition.
Kind of funky, quite
Black
like it.
wheels. You still, like all electric Minis, get the yellow center pieces. A few other designations that you can see around the Shadow Edition. Black
pretty nice.
badges, all the black badges as well. They have to have the electric symbols on the outside of the cars, just so any emergency services, etc. know. But obviously, Mini, latest generation. I've always liked the way they have the Union flag style taillights, those kind of details.
It's always the little things, isn't it?
But as we were saying, it's a small car. It's perhaps what electric cars are more about, where they make a little bit more sense. We're going to be experiencing what the range is like in here.
The interior is always so nice on these new sort of BMW Mini products. I mean, this is such a lovely place to be.
Yeah, lots to learn about it, but we actually, because it's quite late in the day, have a first stop. So we're on 97% charge, thankfully.
Good.
We'll take it for a very quick run out now to learn more about it on the move, and then when we get back, I guess we will charge it up and deal with that a little bit later. But step one, let's pretty much go make sure everything's signed and get this straight on out and talk a little bit more about it.
Before you go, Tim.
Oh, that's fun.
There's more designations on the front. That's
I hadn't seen that graphic over the little bulge. Not so sure it needs cooling.
Cooling? No.
That's not. So.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, it is what it is. And by the way, for those wandering from other countries, in the UK we now have these green things. It's voluntary, you don't have to have it, but it means it's an electric car. You have that green at the left of the number plate.
Anyway, shall we get on the road and run
let's
our
go.
errands?
Time is against us. I tell you what, first couple of miles, this is actually a pretty pleasant way to drive.
It's actually really nice. From the passenger seat, it just cruises along in silence.
So what intrigues me, let's be technical for a second, we have 184 horsepower, 210 newton meters, not huge numbers compared to supercars, but plenty for a city car, let's say.
For your like everyday run around.
0 to 62, 100 kilometers an hour is just over 7 seconds, which is perhaps not worthy of the Cooper S badge. You know,
It's got a bit of pull to it.
can't tell that on the video at all, but the torque is actually quite decent. I'm not unhappy about that at all. What I'm super curious about though is the range. Now we've driven a few miles, we've got 114 claimed to empty, so that'd be about 120 total. I think officially with the cycle it's 145, but one thing we all know is that you don't quite get as many miles as these kind of cars claim you will.
There's so many varying factors, I guess, to get what they claim is the range should be.
Now, initial impressions, by the way, typical Mini fashion. I used to own a Countryman way back, like a decade ago. It's which is obviously the much larger car. It's not a Mini, it's a Maxi Mini. But the thing you instantly notice is how kind of fidgety it is. It moves around a lot, but that's the whole go-kart thing, the go-kart steering feel. But then it's really pleasant driving electric. Kind of, Tom won't like me saying this, but I kind of miss the Taycan a little bit.
I won't like you said that either. I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
I mean, I enjoy driving the SF19 electric a lot, don't get me wrong. So you also can do this and put it into high energy recovery or low energy recovery. High energy recovery is effectively your one pedal driving, where it will completely bring you to a stop. Like here, okay, yeah, we're only going to go 10 miles an hour, but I'm going to lift off now. I've lifted off and it completely brings us to a standstill without touching the brake.
It's quite strong.
Yes, which is obviously the regeneration. That's recouping power, putting power back into the battery, using the braking effect to maximise your range.
In most cases, though, it's nice to feel a little bit more in control.
Yes.
So having it in low, you just flick the little switch down there. I mean, we said, what is that? And we said it fast forwards time, which it definitely doesn't.
I would love to fast forward through this traffic jam heading in.
Every time we film together, Tim, on the road.
Oh, we're sitting in a traffic jam. But inside, Shadow Edition in here again gives you everything gloss black.
Harman Kardon speakers as well.
Yeah, it's based on the level 3 trim, so there are 3 different trims. Shadow Edition is level 3, so the top level, so you get all of the options. We've got the head-up display going on here.
Sunroof that opens at the front and a sunroof in the rear, which is cool. Rear room in the back doesn't actually look too bad. I don't think...
What's it like behind my seating position?
It's not bad.
Cozy.
Cozy, definitely cozy, but not too bad. I mean, if you put children in the back, or small adults, I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah, but for the time being, initial impressions, I think for this kind of journey, it's actually quite suited. And talking about journey, we've not said where we're going, but we're actually going to a shop to get something for Brad that I think it's safe to say we need.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's been... Do we explain?
Maybe. Yeah,
We'll explain once we've got it.
We'll explain once we've got it.
Okay, we're going to get to said shop. That's kind of cool, RSQ3.
This away. In the traffic, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, we'll fast forward when we get to the shop.
We just realised after doing our shopping that this is technically the new Shmini. It's a very different Mini.
Team Shmini.
Team Shmini. We can call it the Team Shmini anyway. We've got some decent-ish luggage space back here.
Bags.
But what we've been to buy is something from John Lewis, and this confused the daylights out of me. Brad needed a new laptop for editing these videos, which is very much appreciated. And you've been looking at Apple, this, that, and the other. I don't know much about the Apple world.
I know
'cause
you're
use
not.
Windows.
You're not a big fan of it.
No,
but
I'm a Windows guy.
for me, I'm caught in the ecosystem, but it
Yes.
works so seamlessly.
So we had to go big. New MacBook Pro 14, 1 terabyte,
Pro, yeah.
M1 Pro chip. I don't know too much about these things, but this is going to help with editing these videos, and this will probably be used to edit this video. Maybe, might be too
If
soon.
I can get it set up in time,
Let's see.
then we'll do it. But yeah, thank you for
That's the challenge for you. So that is
getting it.
the new Shmuseum edit laptop for the time being,
It should. Oh, and Shmi at it as well.
and Shmi
We're
in many cases.
super busy with everything, and obviously lots of travel and stuff coming up over I guess the sort of
Some
second
big
half of
stuff
this year.
coming. Anyway, for us,
Give me a cold start.
it's not going to be very impressive.
Let's
There's
jump in.
probably an electrical whir from outside.
Maybe. Should I don't know, but then there's noises inside. Oh, we'll hear both actually.
Let's see. No.
Is it on? I think it might be on. Was it on?
Well, I don't even know how to put it in gear.
I assume you turned it on because
It's confusing me. Look at this. Look. If I press this and go into gear, I'm stuck in P.
have you turned it on?
I think so.
What, the on button?
I don't know.
Maybe you have to put your seatbelt on. Oh,
So you have to press that twice.
that's turned it off. No, that's on.
Maybe
Okay.
I left it on. I don't think so. That would be awkward.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, shall we get back to the
Yeah, let's
museum?
get back. Day is quickly going by. I do quite like this so far. Like, just even being parked in a car park, we're fairly inconspicuous. Even though it's a special edition, it doesn't stand out like mad. Fits in any parking space. Now you can hear the electrical whir. And so it automatically goes back into high recuperation, high energy recovery mode when you hop out. Electric cars everywhere. There's an i3S. The i3 uses basically the same, I believe, or very similar system to this. I think it's maybe the same battery, but a different motor setup, or it's vice versa. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, BMW Mini. One thing I slightly noticed is the power at the front. Obviously, there's not huge amounts of power, but you do feel that it's front wheel driven, or at least there's probably the weight of it all is up there in front of you.
Not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it's something. I guess you get used to it.
More an observation.
Yeah.
I guess more an observation.
Not too bad on the speed bumps either. They're always, I feel like, a little bit firm, these minis, because they sort of are meant to have that slightly sportier go-kart feel to it.
Yeah, and that's something you certainly noticed like pretty immediately. But the other thing about it is it's really premium. It feels nice, you know. The leather steering wheel's really nice. Okay, yeah, some of these aren't necessarily the best, but hey.
But in
this
general,
is-
everything's nice. I guess what the rivals for this, are we talking Vauxhall? I guess this in particular, the Corsa E.
Well, this is a bit over 30k, about 36,000 pounds for the like full spec as we have it here, Shadow Edition. Obviously, my normal choice would be something in a bright colour, less so the like black on black on black on black on black on black. But at that price, yeah, I guess I need to do a bit more research about what's in the market at that price. There's just something about a Mini, isn't there? Appeals to everybody.
Just
All-
works. It's a
all
nice
ages,
little
all
car.
types, yeah. Anyway, let's drive back to base.
I can hear the electric noises now, Tim, from outside.
Well, let's see if we can plug this in.
Oh yeah. Let's hope he's gone to the right. Well, I think the charger might.
Is it on that side? It's on that
no,
side.
it's not, mate. It's on the other side.
Would you know what?
Okay, I should probably move some stuff for him.
Yeah, we need to move some hoovers and things. I guess that works. He's just stance parked. Oh, yep, another football. Perpendicular parking, Tim. This is stance parking. This is how we parked at Goodwood over the weekend, or last weekend.
I like that on the video you'll hear all the whirs of the parking sensors and the electrical noises from my microphone.
Yeah, hopefully I was talking loud enough where you hear me and Tom over that. Anyway, we should probably come round and see.
So open the flap, you've got your on-the-go faster charging port. With this, obviously the beauty of this one is that we can charge 2 cars at once. Is that long enough? It's probably long enough.
Hopefully.
Nah, let's go one more.
Can unwrap it.
I mean, the cord is more than long enough. We can have 2 cars sat side by side easily here.
Moment of truth.
Blue light, that means charging.
Do we get
Calculating.
anything in there? We
Open
go
the
in.
door, does it still say it? No.
No,
turned
you've
off.
ruined it.
Do we get it back?
Oh no. Yeah, we do.
Lock it. 80%. So we've gone down from 97% to 80%.
So the interesting thing, we were saying about the range that we've been getting and how far we've driven.
So it'll be completely charged in an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so this is probably charging at 11 kilowatt. This is a 22 kilowatt charger, but it can only charge at 22 kilowatt if a car has the onboard to support that, which most don't. It's an optional thing on the Taycan or the Audi e-tron, for example. But still.
Easy. Charges, right?
Cheap and easy. And silent and effortless. And magic.
It's interesting to see how the sort of mileage range has been dropping. But
yeah, I think that will take a little bit more driving. You know, we've just sat in traffic jams and not really given it the fair first test. So we'll try and get a full, I always want to say like a full tank, but it's not. It's a full depletion of the battery, or however you want to call it, to then see what the mileage is like real world. Like spirited, sporty driving real world. Interesting. This is like a print. It's like a vinyl.
It's quite cool.
Over the top of the paint.
Something a bit different. It's a good looking little car. No, Tim, no footballs. Well, he's locked out.
That's not very nice of you.
Mic, so you'll still be able to hear him.
I know.
Stuck out.
We've locked him out. Go on, let him in. Hello? No, sorry. We don't. No cold callers allowed. Tim, can you please explain what 170? Have we ever explained this on video? Can you explain what that means?
It's a mystery that Tom calculated this. Like, it's the level of complication of this equation that resulted in this answer was kind of off the charts.
I can't believe that you actually managed to come up with an equation like that.
Pretty clever, right?
This was all Tom. Let's see if any of the audience can work out what that means.
Do you know what 178 means? Let us know in the comments.
This is the test. This is the big test.
If you've been watching the videos, should be obvious.
Perhaps.
Right, let's go do things.
Fast forward a little bit. Look how tidy this is.
This is looking really, really good.
I don't actually think we've had it so tidy. Yeah, the floor needs a clean, but we haven't had it so neatly organized in a while. So we have lots of the stuff from BenPack here that we haven't yet opened up. Some of the tools, we've got the dollies, we've got the quick jack, which will get up in operation at some point shortly. We've got a few tires that we said we were going to throw away. I'm thinking we keep them for this racetrack theme in here. Maybe paint them, tire wall.
That'd be cool.
Something like that. We'll do that somewhere, perhaps down the line. Obviously, we've got the Sega Rally up here. We've got a few more things we need to put away. But in the storeroom, we've also done a lot of work to tidy this up. Not that we show in here all that often. We've got a few kind of specific shelves, you know, the shelf of C-Tech magic that we need for all the charging.
Below, we now have the car covers, which I think that was a big part of tidying up. Out there, we had car covers everywhere. Now
but we still need to sort this a little bit, because like the Lasso and the SF90, but the STO cover is up here, and then we've got some of the, you know, Heritage RS, 675, Senna cover, Ford GT cover. Those are all in like random places.
And then loads of wheels and tyres over this side.
Yeah,
which is good.
Boxes of wheels and tyres. Some boxes. This lot all out because the GT Black ones need to go on the car in some form. I say on the car. The car, when it returns, doesn't have a whole lot of tread left on it, so we need to see whether maybe these fronts go on, because these fronts at least have a little bit, whereas the ones on the car at the moment have nothing. They're completely degraded and done, so we'll have to sort that out. And I guess future plans here will be to basically have like a shelf each for each of the cars. I mean, the same way that Tom's labelled this up, you know, with specific things, we'll effectively have a shelf per car. On that shelf will be a storage bucket with books, manuals, stuff like that, and then next to it, things like car covers and the bigger stuff. So that's the plan in here. A little bit further down the line, or in here, obviously down the line, do away with the gazebos, put a wall in down here, and it will all be much tidier, and we'll have on the wall like memorabilia and stuff. Quickly as well, I like that we still have Taycan bin it on that board. I binned it, okay? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. So then at the other end, we've started to put some of the sort of more things that you'd find in your home, I guess. Yeah. Boxes from model cars, Lego boxes, etc., all up there in the corner where they will be. I kind of completely forgot we did that. But the thing is here, if you think about it, I've got this bit of a plan for long term, how it's all going to be. It's going to be SLS black, GT black, 675 next, Senna, Ford GT, STO, SF90, EV charging space or daily car space. So that side's going to be full. And then this side is also kind of pretty full until you put the lifts up. Obviously the RS3 will slide out, but even with the lifts up, you can see immediately that that's going to run out of space quite quickly. So yeah, that's one to worry about a little bit more down the line, I think. For tonight, I've got a decision to make. Which car do I drive home electrically between one Mini and one Ferrari?
That's a tough choice.
A new Mini or a Ferrari? Anyway, I'll decide that off camera. It's going to be a lot of fun ahead. My voice is completely going. It's the end of the day. Absolutely exhausted. It was a late run, but at least we finally got a new laptop for the editing.
Yeah, that's going to make things so much easier. So thank you, Tim.
And we've got this. So we're giving a lot of feedback on what this is like to run over the coming months as it fulfills, I suppose, a bit of daily driving duties. We're probably on 100% by now, I would think. We'll find out. Yeah, 100% done, easy. That took surprisingly little time, which is good. So I can pop the charger away. I say that.
If it will come out of
Do I have to unlock it? Make sure it's unlocked first. There we go. Unlocked. Then does it release? There we go.
There we go.
Then it releases.
That can be wrapped up around the GTR wheel.
Yeah, back up.
Pop that away.
Yep, like that. Close that. This works conveniently well from Tim at Bespoke Chargers, who built this
So cool to see it in action.
mount for the cable. Because the thing, as you can see with me doing it right now, these cables, obviously they're heavy duty cables, they're thick, solid things. They're a bit awkward and fiddly, so having a big way to wrap them up over something like this just makes life that touch easier. At the end of the day, done. Now probably next time I'll park it in forwards and then it only has to go to there and in. All right, I think that's probably enough waffling for now. The Mini has arrived, the Mini Electric Shadow Edition. I'm looking forward to learning a lot more about it. So I think for now, that is all. Until next time.